Hey guys, it's that guy with the picks. Yesterday, the game that we gave was the Miami Dolphins minus the points. And I'm here to tell you, I don't care how many players got scratched, how many players didn't play in the game. Surprisingly, Miami still got the job done for another W. We are back in the middle of a hot run again. And tonight, we're going to add to it once again. Tonight, all we have is one NFL game. And it is a game that I like. We got Chicago Bears traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Chicago is 3-5 on the year. Pittsburgh's 4-3. This line opened up at Pittsburgh giving 5, and now it sits at Pittsburgh -7. The total opened up at 40.5 points, and right now the total sits at 40. Pittsburgh on the year, they got a huge win first week against Buffalo. Definitely a win that no one's seen coming. But they got that W. And then what happened after the next 3 weeks after they got that good W, they forgot how to play football again because they lost their last 3 games. And since then, Pittsburgh has been able to win their last 3 games to put them at a respectable mark of 4-3. The Bears, now they started out 3-2, and they've lost their last 3. Bears' last game, they were up 22-15 going into the 4th quarter, and they gave up 18 points in the 4th quarter to lose to San Fran 33-22. Justin Fields in that game, he definitely highlighted his feet, his legs. He highlighted that. He had 10 carries for 103 yards and a touchdown. We all know Justin Fields is a very talented player. We're just not sure if he is as talented as we think he is at being a true quarterback. The small sample size that we have so far, the answer to that question would be absolutely not. No, he is not through the sample size that we see. Can he build on what he did last week? Sure, he could. But I don't think he will. He threw for 175 yards in that game also. He threw a touchdown. He also threw a pick. Khalil Herbert has been a pleasant surprise for the Chicago team. He ran the ball 23 times for 72 yards. There is talks of David Montgomery coming back and playing in tonight's game. Now, me as someone that studies numbers and breaks these games down, I'm here to tell you, if I was the Chicago Bears, regardless of where Montgomery is tonight, Herbert would still get the lead back duties tonight. He has been a strong fixture since Williams went down, and he's been able to tote the ball. He's been very, very successful. So I think that could be a little bit of confusion to Chicago tonight on who do we play, when do we play him, where do we play him at, when do we use all those what ifs. And there can be confusion on that side of the ball. Let's see. Mooney led the receivers. He had 6 grabs for 64 yards. James had 3 grabs for 38 yards and a touchdown. And in that game versus San Fran, the Bears had absolutely no defensive numbers. No sacks, no interceptions, no forced fumbles, no nothing. Nothing. Steelers played at Cleveland, they were getting 5 points last game. And they won the game 15-10. That sounds like a score back in like 1921. Definitely doesn't sound like a score from 2021. But they won that game 15-10. They were getting 5 points on the road in Cleveland. They held the Browns to 3 points in the first half. And they held them to 7 points in the second half, to only give up 10 points in the entire game to Cleveland at home. Sure, Cleveland wasn't a loaded team in that game. They had some injuries. But I don't care. I don't care about none of that stuff. Pittsburgh was not supposed to go in and do what they did, and they did it, which shows a lot about the character of Pittsburgh. In that game, Ben went 22 for 34 for 266 and a touchdown. Najee carried the ball 26 times for 91 yards and a touchdown. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He also had 3 catches for 29 yards. Deontay Johnson led the wideouts, 6 for 98. Claypool had 4 grabs for 45. And our rookie tight end, Pat, he had 4 grabs for 44 yards and a touchdown. I tell you what, he's been a great addition to this team. He fits right into Steeler football. The defense in this game, well, they definitely shined. They had 4 sacks and they recovered a fumble. Pittsburgh on the year, they're averaging 18 points a game and they give up 20 points a game. The Bears on the year, dismal and pathetic. They average 15 points and they give up 24. I'm not saying the Pittsburgh line is anything to write home about, because trust me, averaging 18 points a game in 2021 is like, it shouldn't even be heard of. Hell, I'd have to go back and look, but I think the Lions average more points than that. Hyde, 4,500 hit if you vape. OJ, the flavor is bonkers. Delicious. Okay, let's get back to this. Check these numbers. Check these numbers out. The Bears have only scored more than 20 points 2 times the whole year. In the most points they've scored in any of their games the whole year, you ain't ready for this one. 24 points. They haven't put up more than 24 points in a game, and they've only been over 20 points twice the whole year. Come on, man. Really? You're an NFL team. Wow. The over-under in Bears games are 2 and 6. 2 of them have gone over just by a point, and 6 of them have stayed under. I see another ugly game with a ton of running. I wouldn't be surprised to see damn near 55 handoffs in this game. I would not be surprised one bit between the teams. And we all know what happens when that takes place in a game. That eats the clock. I don't see Chicago putting up as much as they even average on the year, which is 15 points. I see them staying below that. I see Pittsburgh's defense having another great show tonight. I'm not exactly sure how many Pittsburgh will win by, but I am sure that this game is going to stay under the 40 points. So obviously your pick today is the under in the Bears-Steelers game tonight. Guys, I just want to thank you. I do. I want to thank you. I'm grateful for you guys, for the love, support, the shares, the subscribes. I mean, all of it. Thank you so much. It's because of you guys that I'm able to put the content out and continue to put the content out. I just ask that you guys continue to do what you do. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to continue to do what I do. When I tell you we are in the middle of another heater, we are in the middle of another heater. Jump on. Jump on. We're on fire. Period. The end, we're on fire. And tonight's game is going to add to that once again. And you guys know exactly what we're going to do until we get back to you. We're going to get back to getting this cash.